and add to that an exaggerated sense of her own importance. No, as a matter of fact, the only thing I read about you is yourself, intensely professional clothing on an obviously informal occasion, somewhat chunky in shape from an obviously cheap carbohydrate-filled diet, the kind that always goes with impoverished upbringings. However, new clothes kept immaculate. Obviously you risen in circumstances, but careful about keeping your purchases in perfect condition. You clearly are making sure that everyone knows you're not as poor as you used to be. And the intelligence. Anyone who would be comfortable at the head of a group of girl detectives, which includes Nancy Drew and Trixie Belden, must be more intelligent than average. Combine that with your comfort in the presence of an obvious member of an intelligent alien species, something that can only be done by highly intelligent young women with a strong force of character. And there is the intelligence and strength of character. Did I miss anything?
Yes! How do you know I'm an alien?
The pulse in your wrists, for one thing. The blood vessels in your wrists are pulsing with two different rhythm patterns. 2 hearts is the only possible explanation for such a thing. And no human being I ever heard of has had 2 hearts without being a conjoined twin. That's more than enough to prove that you are an alien. And when you materialize in a TARDIS, that's more than enough proof, Doctor. A new one, though. I see the last Doctor I remember wore a ridiculous and carried an umbrella with a question mark on it. I believe his name was Sylvester something, but... deleted. Cannot afford to overfill the hard drive, you know.
The only thing you can do...
I'm the world's first and only consulting detective, and you think I have time to waste watching a children's television show. As I said, adolescent crush. You obviously think my life is as utterly barren as yours.
I can burn you to a crisp. So how about that?
So do we. And one thing we apparently have in common is that we're all fictional. Would you like to know what your real name is?
Hi! Excuse me?
You've never heard of it. Sherlock, with Benedict Cumberbatch.
What's so great about her? Oh no.
I got it, said the doctor, pacing again. We're all from separate worlds, Tricia, just as you said, and they're blending together. The longer our worlds intersect, the more we know each other's worlds.
So I get to share my existence with a bunch of hyper-hormonal fictional girl detectives. I'd rather spend eternity breaking Christmas crackers with my croft.
And a world in which the doctor is both real and fictional. To me, is real. But in your world, something about this sounds really wrong.
I agree. I think we have to solve this before our world's blind completely. Whatever it is we're supposed to solve.
Like before, when Hannah and I fell into the world machine, the chameleon vector. The longer we were in 1942, the more we became a Beatrice. If we stayed for too long, I really don't want to find out what happens then.
Well, I would venture to guess at least part of our mystery is how the Crystal Palace has transported itself to the middle of nowhere.
And empty too. The real Crystal Palace was filled with exhibits from all around the world, but this one seems empty.
If the mystery is about this place, we better get in there and look around, and follow me if you like.
Adolescent fangirls.
It's the Bayou. I remember this place. This is.
Oh no. So I'm gonna tell you something.
I do remember. It's where they held us captive.
And I'm like, what the heck? I think it's pretty eye-catching.
I bet they were. And I bet I know just where to find them. Come on. Where to? Why to the riverboat? Of course. Where else would they be? There is a bayou in the middle of the Crystal Palace. And Nancy and Velma are missing. And I bet Pierre Lontrard and his men are behind all this too. So all we have to do is find the riverboat. And we will find Nancy and Velma.
But I'm not telling.
Nobody indeed. This couldn't be done by any real force. This is someone's imagination. This is the same imagination that brought us all together. So it not be so sure this is a Pierre who's what's his doings, Miss Belden. At the very least, this Pierre, however, is being manipulated by the imagination.
That's for you to find out. Oh no, that's Silver Guy. Yeah, alright. That's for you to find out.
Just what an adolescent fangirl would say.
Maybe.
That could be true if she knew the contents of all the books. And the thing we need to do is...
Excuse me, but am I the only to remember that Nancy and Velma are still missing? We can't just leave them here.
Je n'en vois pas la nécessité.
Yeah, alright. I'm still wondering why they replaced me.
Which means we have to find the riverboat. Follow me. I didn't think that the Crystal Palace would be this big.
Now you're just asking for a beatdown. Honestly, I can't believe you're even bothered to challenging me.
Well, when I was there with Donna, the computer core was corrupted if Angelina didn't save the data properly.
There's there's the fourth thing it could be. Somebody could be hacking the computer. That would...
You can't do...
I know them from before that. You're right. It's them.
Do you think you're gonna win?
We have to find the consciousness that's controlling them. You may have been right. Tricia, the Nestins might have hacked the computer core.
Well, finding that consciousness would be a heck of an improvement on just sitting here, waiting for those dreamies to finish a set. So, just what the heck are we looking for?
Do you know who you're talking to?
We can't just sit here, Doctor, and what hour are we gonna shoot them back with? Time clones.
I know exactly what we need. We need a diversion. One of us fakes them in one direction. The rest will go another. We can get away from them long enough to find Nancy and Velma. I know this bayou. Remember, the riverboat. You too would get lost so quick your head would spin.
Trixie is right. We need to split up and lose those stupid maniac ones.
Look up ahead at the Paulette house.
Jinkies!
You knew you were never getting anywhere with your lame jokes, so you decided to sabotage Joust for fun.
Anyway, did you see who was who grabbed you two? Did they happen to look like Stormfront mannequins?
They got me from behind. I never saw them coming. There must have been more than one. I was bound and gagged almost immediately. I hardly had a chance to fight back.
We need to get to the bottom of this. Curiouser and curiouser.
Invisibly, you say.
Not really. It's like, well, they were like men. But, well, I seem to have forgotten what they look like.
Perception filter is the only thing that could be a perception filter. That means
that there is at least one other Gallifreyan in this palace, Hallow, that whilst on the hard drive, I should be aware of that fact. It seems this bleed effect is working on me too, the Master, isn't it? He's had the opportunity to use perception filters.
sometimes the TARDIS can make its own, but it didn't work on the Nestins. I think we remember them clearly enough.
There's something else I can see. Plenty of balls gone.
We have to find them. Right now, Honey's out there alone. Probably captured by the kids. Luntards or those Nestins or whatever they are.
Fascinating. Very interesting.
Which means that we might never be able to find them. Their consciousness out.
Can do, among other things, place a river boat in the midst of a desert.
That wasn't there a minute ago. I just thought it was if I knew.
Good, you can keep track of them. Trisha, although you look like Clara and the same height as Strikes. Rather confusing.
could we dispense with the domestics? Up there is a perfectly clear trail, which may very well lead us to my missing Fangirls.
Oh, Maori Mustang is learning. On the other hand, she's not supposed to be blonde.
You get what you get, Mr. Holmes. Well, someone has to spring the trap. Guess it will be me. Does anyone want to come along?
Dinky. Yeah. Interesting.
So, how are you getting caught by the bad guys?
We should get to the mining town and check it out.
Do you mind, Velma? Seriously, you're creeping me out.
Jinkies. Interesting. Very interesting. Check it out.
I already know that. I already lived through it the last time I was with the doctor. Mr. Williams is the professor, the doctor's mentor.
Are you sure you want to quit the game?
Oh my gosh, jeez, it's a cave. How did we get here?
We don't know. At least we're out of those vines, or whatever they are. But how did we get here? But how, Toby?
My saw blade! I was just about to ask you to get it out of my headband when...
Jeeps! That's Josephine! It has to be! Unless... No, this isn't Halloween. She really is! Wait, how can that be? Maybe when those tendrils shocked us, it... But look! Over there! That's Bess Marvin from the TV show Bureau of the Princess Guards. Somehow we're in a Nancy Drew.
But look at her! That's Honey the cat! How can there be girls from Nancy Drew and other shows in the same place? Jeez, how can you know who I am? I've never met you before in my life.
That will take some explaining to obey. I will need at least a minute to explain it. But first we need to get out of here before the Black Snake clan comes back. Don't you agree, girls? It's hard to explain. The short answer is that we all come from different girl detective stories. You, me, and all of us. Some stories come from before, during, or after our time. I didn't even know I was a story until a couple of hours ago.
But you're right, we have to get out of here before the Black Snake colony comes back. Do you know where Nancy is?
Yes, she's with my friends.
back on.
Okay, I think I can remember them. From you, maybe. Everything is all mixed up in my head. Plus, we're all animated. But how did this happen?
I don't know. How did Penny Gadget show up to rescue us? How does she know who I am?
Long story. The short version is that we're all fictional girl detectives being brought together for some reason. But I still haven't figured a way out yet. Do you know the way out of here, Penny? I didn't see any trapdoors.
If Uncle Gadget and Brain don't get here in time, Dr. Claw will escape with the jewels and all. So that's it.
We're being shot at, George! We're being shot at!
Yes, Bess, we're being shot at. I just don't know who by. They don't sound like real guns. They sound like...
They sound like Daleks. Jeez. I thought they were just something on a TV show I saw when I went to England for a convention. Remember when I got kidnapped with that girl Jenny whose dad was an MP? I saw a show called Doctor Who and there were these robot creatures they called Daleks and they sounded just like that.
Do you think you're gonna win?
I don't know. The Doctor? Maybe TARDIS?
Jeez, it really is Doctor Who. Look there, Terry, it's the TARDIS and it knocked those stupid Daleks over like bowling pins.
Oh my god. What is that thing? Ah!
Maybe.
Some trap door. I almost didn't fit through it. Look there. The red gate part. At least I am not animated anymore. My back feels better already. Okay, so if this is red gate part, then the black snakes already have their name in. You know. I could really use a compass right now.
There's a secret passage at the back. But how?
Oh no!
I remember this library, young lady. This is where I am. That is where all of us are in the end. We are all stories. Therefore, we are all in this library. Myself and Paula Polestar. Dramatically, Toby Robin O'Keefe and Terry Blair. Honey the Cat, George, Fane, and Bess Marthin, and Penny Gadget. We must find this library in order to find the Doctor and Miss Belligan and Miss Tripp. Fortunately, I have a connection.
He may need your help.
Do you mind slowing down a bit? I'm 2,000 years old and not as spry as I used to be. We are all fictional, Doctor, so the ridiculous old adage about being only as old as one feels actually holds true in this case. In any case, you have twice the number of hearts as I have, so you really have no excuse for being so laggard. Even Lestrade can manage this pace.
The straight isn't as old as I am. Fictional or not, or are you always a psychopathic? Holmes.
Ridiculous, Doctor. I am a high-functioning sociopath and... Oh, hello.
Hello, what, Holmes?
My fangirls are missing.
Oh, where are they? Nancy, Trixie.
Let's write a final end to this story, shall we? All we need now are the defeated bodyguards, and they're all on their way.